Hey, we're in. Welcome to day 4, guys. Get straight into it today. We're going to talk about meditation because I used to think meditation was for morons, but I was wrong. I think the thing is, and you can look at a lot of examples of this stuff, meditation was hijacked a long time ago by the early adopters, I guess. And hijacked is a strong word. I don't think they did it with any kind of malice, particularly the early adopters, because they weren't making money out of it. They had found something, they'd felt better for it, seen better results for it in their life, and wanted to tell people. And hats off to them. They weren't making money, And then the problem is that the early adopters tend to go to the extremes because they're the ones who found it first. So they're preaching for us to do something that's a brand new concept to us and telling us that we have to do it the way they're doing it. But it's a little bit like myself. I've been training in the gym for 15 years. And every day when I'm speaking to clients, particularly if they're brand new to the gym, I have to remind myself what it's like to be in their shoes, because there's no point me speaking that language or giving them stuff to do that I only started to do 3 years ago, 12 years into my journey. I have to go real back to basics with them. Or like a teacher, if they're teaching, grade 1 in primary school, they're not going to go straight in and start teaching them algebra or calculus. I don't actually know what kids get taught in school these days, but you get the picture, right? And what tends to happen with people who've adopted something early is that they're speaking a different language and it scares people, it puts them off. And so we immediately just put them in a box and think they're weird, or we try it and we try and do what they're telling us to do and realize it's actually incredibly difficult because we're not at their level. And then what happens, and again, you can look at other stuff with this to see the parallels, is the companies come along to make money. And with meditation, it was all the apps, Calm and Headspace, to name just a couple. And, they pay a couple of celebrities the big bucks and, force us into £70 subscriptions, but tell us that, our life's going to be better. But again, it's like, if you don't do the work, if you don't understand the system, nothing's going to change, right? And for a long time, I just assumed it was for idiots, to be honest, and I wrote it off and I was like, meditation, that's for those weirdos over there. But I was wrong. And what's funny is not only was I wrong, I was already doing it. Because meditation, well, to me anyway, is just doing nothing. And it's very hard. It's harder than ever because there's always something to do now. But because it's harder than ever, I think it's more important than ever. In a world where we're constantly distracted, there's 10 things trying to fight for our attention. And it's all fast moving, fast flowing. It's all on our screen in front of us, 16 hours a day, whether it's your computer or your phone or your TV. It's very hard to do nothing, to switch off the noise and to just put the phone down, close the laptop, turn off the TV and do nothing, even for 5 minutes, because we're just so programmed. How many times have you picked up your phone and you don't even know why you've picked it up? It's literally a habit. And then once you've picked it up, we all have almost like a checklist, which we go through. But like for me, it's like WhatsApp, Instagram, reminders, because I'm a weirdo. There's like 4 or 5 apps. We go email, we go to and just check, right? And everyone's got that. It's a checklist. And you might have done that. In fact, it's kind of scary how many times you do it every single day. But just putting that phone down, laptop away, all that sort of stuff, and doing it for 5 minutes and just doing nothing, it's insane. It's a way of clearing the clutter out of your brain. It's like emptying the recycling bin of your computer or clearing your inbox. You just feel better for having done it. It's like when you clean house, clean mind, right? And if you've got a decluttered mind, you're just going to feel better. And we all have, I think, what is it? I don't know who the heck has figured this out, but I think it's 70,000 thoughts a day. How the hell do you measure that, by the way? I'd love to know how they've done that experiment. Anyway, someone's done it. I think it's 70,000. I actually think, no, that's words. No. Women speak more words than men. I don't know about thoughts. I don't know if we have the same number of thoughts. I would expect women have more thoughts than men as well. I think women's brains are bigger than men's. Women are definitely smarter, that's for sure. But regardless, anyway, let's not get into gender politics on a Friday morning. But God, what was I talking about? Meditation. Sorry, I'm running off of 4 hours sleep, so I'm a little bit like, I don't even know what planet I'm on. But this ability to do nothing is now weirdly a superpower. It used to almost be something that you had to do. I remember growing up and I'd go to like my granny's house in Scotland in a village before the internet existed. And I had like a colouring book and a magazine. I never forget this. I got Grand Theft Auto 3 in, I don't even know when it came out, 2099, something like that. And I had it was like a PlayStation, I think it was, or Nintendo, can't remember what it was, Xbox, whatever it was. And I had it, but I couldn't play it because I was at my grand's. And for a week, I just looked at the box. Like, there was nothing to do, right? We had little comics and magazines, football magazines, I remember it. And that was it. There was no internet. Like, your Game Boy battery would die and you had to just sit there and wait for it to charge. And that was it. Nowadays, kids, even adults, we don't have to wait for anything. And so as a result, we are constantly distracted and we're never relaxing. We're never actually uncluttering our brains. And just sitting there for 5 minutes, and I swear to God, 5 minutes is all it takes, because 5 minutes when you're on your computer or doing this, God, this has been 7 minutes already. I literally, how has that happened so fast? It goes so quickly. But when you're doing nothing, 5 minutes is actually a really long time. And you can have a heck of a lot of thoughts in that time. So I would really encourage everybody to try it. And I discovered that I was doing it, weirdly enough, when I was going into steam rooms. I used to love I still do, I love a steam room. You don't really tend to get them in Spain. But in London, in the middle of winter, nothing better for me than a lovely little steam room. You go in there 10, 15 minutes, and the first 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes, 2 minutes, nothing really happens. You're just thinking. You can't take your phone in there, right? There's no laptops, there's no TVs in steam rooms. You're just thinking. And then something magical happens and it just fades away. And you just become insanely creative. You get a brand new perspective on things. And all of the stuff that felt mundane, all the stuff that felt really pressing, that felt life altering and it was going to end your life if you didn't fix all of these problems immediately, suddenly just becomes incredibly mundane. And yeah, you just sit there in the moment. So genuinely, I would say, if you've just watched this video, thank you, first of all, for watching this. I'm uploading 100 days in a row. Day 4 today. So we've got a long way to go. But I'm excited, I love this stuff. And just sit there for 5 minutes. You've got 5 minutes. Maybe not right now, but find 5 minutes in your day and just sit there. And be really present with the process. You don't need an app. You don't need a special room. Try and find somewhere quiet, maybe a bedroom or something like that. Even the bathroom. Go to the bathroom, right? And just sit with it. I promise you, I know I'm just now another guy preaching meditation, but I'm trying to come at it from an angle of someone who thought it was for morons and now realized it isn't. And I'll be completely honest. Hand up, whatever you do. I don't know, wait, that's not what you do. You know what I mean? I don't do it enough. I will make the excuses just like everybody else. I'm too busy. But this video, if nothing else, is a reminder for me that I need to do it more. And that's all we've got for you today, guys. Look at that, under 10 minutes. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend. I'll see you tomorrow.